Hi everybody, Jake here. Hope everyone's doing well today. The Cavs made a trade today. Let's dive into this. The Cavs traded for DeAndre Hunter. They give up Karis LeVert, Jordan Niang, and then 3 second-round picks and 2 swaps. Really good trade for the Cavs. The Cavs also get out of the luxury tax. In this one, they were like a couple million into the first apron of the luxury tax. So now they get out of that with this. You trade away Karis LeVert, who's on an expiring deal, and then Jordan Niang for DeAndre Hunter, who makes he has 3 years left on his deal if you count this year, so two and a half years left on his deal. So the Cavs lock up a 3-and-D wing they've been looking for pretty much since LeBron left. I mean, the Cavs haven't addressed small forward. I mean, unless you count Dean Wade, but Dean Wade seems to never be available. He plays and then he's out for 15, 20 games with it is always just something going on. There's always an injury there, or you have like a Coro play that spot. He's just kind of an undersized wing, or he's a two guard. So the Cavs do a good job here. They hit a lot of things they needed to hit here. I had to throw a cough drop in. I've been battling the plague for the last couple days. Even my last video, I was sick, and I've been trying to get over this. I have a terrible cough, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little raspy or whatever. But this is exciting for the Cavs. They address a need they've needed for a couple years now in DeAndre Hunter. He's having the best points per game wise, a career best. He's averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 46% from the field, 46% from the field, 40% from three, 86% from the free throw line. DeAndre Hunter, whenever I watch him, he's perfect for what the Cavs are trying to do because he doesn't facilitate offense on his own, but that's not even what the Cavs are asking him to do. I guess he probably doesn't facilitate as well as like Karis LeVert did, because Karis LeVert, when he was here, was almost a playmaker, a walking bucket. I mean, that's what Karis LeVert was, but whenever I say it was a walking, but not always, because you get them shooting nights from Karis, and you Cavs fans all know what I'm talking about. You get those nights from Karis where you like 2 for 10 Karis, 2 for 12 Karis. So DeAndre Hunter is going to be more of a connector, I feel, for the Cavs. So this will be really good for them. I'm excited to see what they do. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know. Do they bring DeAndre Hunter off the bench? Is that going to be the kid? I would imagine they start him. It feels like the Cavs would start him in this spot. UCSS did a good job. I was listening to them talk, and he had, in the past with Atlanta, been the starting small forward, and he would match up against the opposing team's best player, best small forward. But then they brought him off the bench, and now that's why he's been able to excel so well scoring-wise this year. That role probably changes a little bit now in Cleveland. The Cavs are probably going to ask him to spot up a little bit more and be that primary defender on an opposing team's best player. I'll tell you what, though, man. I know the Cavs got better, but it makes me sad to see Karis LeVert go and George Niang go. I know George Niang can drive people crazy because George Niang can literally miss 8 3-pointers in a row and keep shooting, but I love George Niang when he was here. He was just that chippy, cocky veteran that you love to have on your team. And then Karis LeVert, it really hurts because he's an Ohio guy. We had traded for him a couple years back, and I've loved Karis since he was here. So it makes me sad to see these guys go, but this is the NBA. This is what it is. So that was the only move that the Cavs made at the trade deadline this year. They now have $1.5 million to spend on potential buyout guys. Some of the candidates that the Cavs have been looking at are Ben Simmons. They appear to be at the front line for Ben Simmons. And then Lonzo Ball was even talked about. I don't know if he's truly in the running. I feel like if it were me, I'd probably be more interested in like Lonzo Ball. Just because I don't know if I love Ben Simmons for this team. At one point, like, the thought of it, okay, Ben Simmons is a great defender. You could use him in like a big man role to rebound and maybe run some pick and roll sets with him. But I just don't love Ben Simmons, the character of Ben Simmons. Everything that we've heard about Ben Simmons over the years is just negative stuff, and I don't know if I want him near the Cavs locker room at this point in his career. The Cavs do have 2 roster spots open, so we'll see if they spend the 1.5 between 2 guys. I mean, they're going to sign 2 guys, so you could easily split that between 2 veteran minimum contracts, no problem. So we'll see what the Cavs do, but I'm a huge fan of this trade. I think Kobe Altman gets an A+. This was great for the Cavs. This is a huge need for the Cavs, and they lock up their 3-and-D guy of the future. This DeAndre Hunter was even a guy I know that they looked at in 2019 whenever he was drafted. So this is a guy that the Cavs really like, man. So I can't imagine he's going to play tomorrow against Washington, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the first games look like with DeAndre Hunter on the Cavs, but I think Kobe Altman definitely deserves a round of applause on this one. So let me know what you guys think. Quicker video in this one, but leave me your thoughts and opinions on the DeAndre Hunter trade. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Go Cavs, baby.